Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. It's been so long since I have shared any of the video, but today after reciting the Zuhr Salah, I have been thinking, and this thing is coming into my head, keep on coming into my head, that we all must have heard this thing, that in the battle of Karbala, Hussein Raziallahu Ta'ala anhu has been martyred. And what are the things which has happened? You must have heard from so many scholars, so you are aware of it, that what are the things which has happened in the battle of Karbala, and that is so brutal. I am accepting this thing, and everybody needs to accept this thing, but one thing is just popping up into my head, and that is this, that what is the need of Hussein Raziallahu Ta'ala anhu to get his head chopped in the battle of Karbala? Have you ever imagined this thing, that what is the importance of namaz in his life and in the life of all Ahlul Bayt? Have you ever imagined that people nowadays, I'm not talking that about all the people, but I'm talking in general, that this thing is serious, this things need to be taken seriously, man. That man who has been claimed already, like he is aware, all Ahlul Bayt were aware that Hussein Raziallahu Ta'ala anhu is the person who is going to be the Sardar of the young people of the Jannah, right? So when he was already being bestowed as this sort of prestigious thing, then what is the need of just getting his head chopped in the battle of Karbala? Have you ever imagined, guys, this thing? Have you ever thought about this thing? This thing is showing us, this thing is totally showing us that namaz is the thing which is something which we cannot take as the second priority. Namaz should be our first priority in every case, in every sort of situation of our life. Like, we cannot say that we were busy in this thing, we cannot say that we were busy in our office, we were busy, we were occupied in doing house chores. Like, most people say that thing while it comes to reciting salah, right? That I was busy, and just because of the occupation and exhaustion, sometimes I was not able to recite the salah. Man, there were people who have just been martyred just because of putting the namaz on their first priority. How can you say this sort of tiny thing, that you were busy or you were tired or you were occupied, and just because of that you were not able to pray salah? How come this thing is really very easy to be said as from your mouth? Just think about it. And when I was thinking this thing, I was feeling so tiny, and I was feeling the sort of person who has not done anything for the deen, and I was thinking that I need to work upon myself a lot. Like, there were so many people who has been martyred and who have given their lives for just leaving such sort of legacy of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hussein Raziallahu Ta'ala anhu has showed, by this act he has given this sort of idea to the people, to the upcoming generation, or to the upcoming ummat of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He has given this idea that we are not allowed to leave namaz, or we are not allowed to put the namaz on our second priority list. When he can do such sort of things, then why can't we just make time for just reciting the salah? We are not in such sort of position, we are not in any sort of battlefield. We are just at our home, we are sometimes busy in market, and we are sometimes in our office. But try to manage your time, try to put so much effort to just make these 5-time daily salah, these 5-time daily obligatory salah. Like, this is something which I was trying to convey, that when Ahlul Bayt are the person whom should be our idols, right? In the last speech of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has mentioned that you do not have to leave namaz, and you do not have to leave the Quran, and you have to follow the path of Ahlul Bayt. Quran, Ahlul Bayt, Namaz, these are the things on which we have to focus upon, which we have to follow. And our Ahlul Bayt has showed us this thing, that we are not allowed to put the namaz onto the second priority level. Namaz should not come after anything. Like we sometimes see this thing. No? We sometimes in our daily life, what we do is, let's do this thing, let's do this work, and then after when I'll get free, then I will go and pray. Right? This is sort of idea which so many people are having in this time. I just want to say this thing, that please, this is my request to all of you, and this is something which I want to convey to all of you guys, and that is why I'm making this video, that please try to put namaz as your first priority. First, I'm going to recite the salah, and then the remaining works are going to be done. This should be our mentality. At least this is something which we can do easily, right? So that's it. With this, I'll be concluding my video, and this is a humble request from all of you guys, that please focus your attachment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his prophets and the Ahlul Bayt. Please try to connect with those people. At least some or the other things we would be able to manage to do according to them. If we will try to understand, if we will try to go through their lives, we will be able to understand what has happened in the past. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.